Hi friends, E.C. Maltbia here, Senior Pastor of the True Holiness Saints Center in the beautiful city of Conway, Arkansas. And you know what time it is. It is Wednesday Word time. So what is our Wednesday Word for tonight? Our Wednesday Word is toxic. More specifically, I want to talk about the toxic people in your life that makes life much harder than it needs to be. So how do we define a toxic person? A toxic person can be defined as someone who causes distress in others through their negative words, their negative attitude, and or their negative behavior. Toxic people simply make things more difficult than they have to be. Toxic people can be draining. Toxic people can be unsupportive, and they can really be detrimental to your overall well-being. So here's what I want to do tonight. I want to give you a social media quote that I think will summarize our lesson tonight. So what is the social media quote, Pastor Maltbia? It's simply a thought or a thesis that we encourage you to put out on your social media platforms. It's a message of information, but it's also a message of inspiration. And here it is. You deserve to have people in your life who support you and not tear you down. Yeah, you deserve to have people in your life that support you and not tear you down. Again, we're talking about toxic people. So here's what I want to do tonight. I simply want to give you 3 toxic people, 3 categories of toxic people, in fact, that you need to be careful with. Here's the first category. The drama kings and queens. You got to watch out for them. Yeah. The drama kings and queens. Some toxic people seem to be a drama magnet. Wherever they go, trouble soon follows. It's been said that their middle name is messy. When dealing with drama kings and queens in your life, there's always something or someone that's wrong. And no matter how hard you work to fix a drama king or queen's problems, the more hard you work, the more you go and try to do for them, all they do is create more problems. That's how you know someone's a drama king or queen. For every problem you solve, there's another problem they create. And here's what I know about drama kings and queens. They want your support, yes, but not your advice. Now just let that sink in. Drama kings and queens want your support, your full support, but they don't want your advice. In other words, they want you to support them in all of their foolishness. They want you to support them no matter how messy or petty they become. They want you to support them no matter how much conflict they cause in the lives of others. But they don't want any corrective advice. They want you to endorse their poor decisions and their bad behavior, but they don't want you challenging them to repent to God, to ask their friends and neighbors for forgiveness, and they certainly don't want you challenging them to change. We're talking about the drama kings and queens in our life. I like the way the Apostle Paul says it in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 11. Paul says, and to make it your ambition, or to make it your goal, to live a quiet life, you should mind your own business. You should mind your own business and work. What Paul is really saying to the drama kings and queens out there, Paul is saying, quit being messy. Paul is saying, stop starting stuff. Paul is saying, quit being busybodies and work all you can to be productive in your own life. What Paul is really saying to the kings and queens of drama out there is, if you work hard at being productive in your own life, you won't have the time to be messy in the lives of other people. Again, we're talking about toxic people tonight. We're talking about those people who cause distress in the lives of others. They cause this distress through negative words, negative attitudes, and negative behavior. So again, the first category of drama, or the first category of toxic people, is drama kings and queens. But secondly, the second category of toxic people are the jealous jacks and jackies in your life. Yeah. The jealous jacks and jackies in your life. Jealous people, hear me, church, can be extremely toxic. If you're not careful, jealous people will smile in your face all the time, looking for the right opportunity to stab you in your back. We're talking about the jealous jacks and jackies in your life. They will be friendly to you on the outside, but bitter towards you on the inside. Jealous people can be so trifling at times that they don't always want you. Matter of fact, let me say it like this. They can be so trifling at times that it's not that they want what you have, but they just don't want you to have it. Now let me say that again. Sometimes jealous people can be so trifling, so toxic, that it's not that they want what you have, but rather they just don't want you to have it. In other words, it's not necessarily that they are coveting what you have, but they just don't want to see you happy enjoying it. We're talking about the traits of the jealous jacks and jackies in your life. Sometimes for them it's this simple. They don't want to make you, or they don't want to see you smile because it makes them uncomfortable. They don't want to see you smile because it makes them mad and frustrated. In James chapter 3 and verse 16, this is what the word says. For where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you'll find disorder and every evil practice. The word of the Lord basically says to us, where there is envy and jealousy, it causes people to make some poor decisions. What do you mean poor decisions, Pastor Maltbia? Sometimes it causes them to copycat your every mood and your every move. Jealousy. They will copy your style. They'll copy your goals. They'll try to copy your social media. They try to copy every blessing you have because jealousy leads them to imitate instead of create. Every evil practice, disorder, poor decisions. They will also scrutinize every move in every intention that you make. Whatever moves you make in life, whatever your intentions are, they will pick it apart. They will scrutinize it. They will always look for something negative to say. It is that spirit of the jealous Jacks and Jackies. They will even secretly celebrate your setbacks. That's why you don't tell everybody your business. That's why you don't tell everybody when you're going through. That's why you don't share all of your problems and difficulties about your relationships, all of your problems and difficulties about your finances, all of your problems and difficulties about your self-esteem. You don't tell everybody your business. Why? Because there are some people out there secretly celebrating your demise. Our Wednesday word is all about toxic people. We're talking about the drama kings and queens in your life. We're talking about the lying or the jealous Jacks and Jackies in your life. And then finally, we're talking about the lying Lindas and Leons in your life. I define the word lie like this. A lie is the intent to deceive. Therefore, you cannot use the excuse, I didn't lie, I just didn't tell you the whole story. Or you can't use the excuse, I didn't lie, I just let you think what you wanted to think. Because according to this definition, if you intended to deceive, if you intended to mislead, you were lying. You've got to watch out for those toxic, lying Lindas and Leons in your life. And the truth of the matter is this. Whether it's a little white lie or a big, tall tale, once a person gets a reputation for lying, it is almost impossible to trust them moving forward. Because you never really know if they're telling the truth or they're embellishing the story. You never really know if they're telling the truth or they're telling half the story. You never really know if they're telling the truth or if they're exaggerating the story. In fact, you never really know if they're telling the truth or if it's a bald-faced lie. This is why Proverbs 12 and 22 says these words. The Lord detests or the Lord despises lying lips, but he delights in the people who are trustworthy. So stop putting all of your trust in the things that liars say. Because when you stop trusting lying folks, you'll stop being disappointed so much. When you stop trusting lying folks, you'll stop being frustrated so much. When you stop trusting lying folks, you'll be much more productive in your life. Again, saints, our Wednesday word is toxic. More specifically, we're talking about the toxic people in our lives, the people who cause others distress through their negative words, their negative attitude, and certainly their negative behavior. 3 toxic people to watch out for: the drama kings and queens, the jealous Jacks and Jackies, and finally, the lying Lindas and Leons of our life. Until we speak again, my friends, be blessed.